my name is Sidders, _Dude, and welcome back to the Kent Coast Walk. We are walking from Gillingham in the Medway Towns to Rainham as such. Technically it's Horrid Hill, but it's basically Rainham sort of, and today marks the end of our Medway Towns trilogy. We've got the Gravesend and Rochester Hoop Peninsula map, the second to last time that we use this map fully. As always, I seem to forget to mention mileage. So today's walk is about 5 miles, quite short, but I'm sure it'll be very interesting. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what the Riverside Country Park has to offer. On this map here, you can see the complete layout of the Strand. We've got the swimming pool. You've got the children's paddling pool, you've got play areas and lots of open green areas. So we're on this little jetty here at the Strand in Gillingham, which is basically Gillingham's waterfront area, and you can get a great panoramic view of the surrounding landscapes from here. Over there you can see Hoe St. Werburgh, just about the top of it, peering over the Hoe Island, which has Hoe Fort on it. And just behind Hoe Fort you can also see Darnet Fort. Unfortunately, as you can see on the map, those are in red because you can't visit them. They're off limits to the public, which I'm super sad about, because it would just be so interesting to see them. But oh well. And obviously along the coastline you can see along the Strand and along the Riverside Country Park as far as we're going to be going today. I won't be going any further down there. Decided to get quite slippery and I tapped the mud on the side of the path, and blimey, if I fell in that I'd be like just go blonk right through it. The sun's a little bit bright, but behind this wall here you have got the Strand swimming pool. They have a lazy river and a pool. Completely outdoors. I'm sure in summer that would be quite nice. You've also got a beach here in the Strand. Mum's picking up her rubbish as usual. So we've got a sign here saying the cycle network number 1. It's about 2 miles to Chatham, 2 miles to Chatham Marina area, and 2.5 miles to Chatham itself. And this side you've got 3 miles to Lower Rainham and 5 miles to Upchurch. Won't get to Upchurch until next walk, and because the coast isn't a direct line, it's more like 5 miles to Lower Rainham. I'm impressed. This is for free. You don't have to pay to see the view, and it tells you lots of information when you click on the buttons down there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day. Beautiful day.
Today's walk is pretty good for not making us walk away from the coast. The only times that we're going to have to get away from the immediate shoreline is pretty much right now. We've got to walk around a little bit of a marina area, and then there's a couple of industrial buildings that we walk around. But other than that, it's only maybe 10 minutes of walking away from the coast, and then we're back on the shoreline again. Following the Saxon shoreway through this little alleyway here, as we walk past the marina area. Good morning. What a lovely little path by the shoreline here. You got these quaint little houses. Some of them are modern, but they're still done in a nice way, I think, kind of like St. Mary's Island. And just a wonderful view over the Medway estuary. Good morning.
It's alright, mate.
Hello. Beautiful front garden here. Just over there we have got the small little industry area that we have to walk around to avoid the coast. But it's only a couple of buildings, so not too bad. So looking back at where we've just come from, we've got the industry buildings just about here. I went past them, there they are behind me. And our footpath takes us between these two buildings, and we turn that way, which is right. Yeah, again, my directions mixed up and stuff. That's right away from the coast to avoid this industrial area. So we just came from down there, and we are following this path alongside the industry, which will take us back to the coast. There was only a brief, 2 seconds by the busy road. We have entered the Riverside Country Park, but don't be tempted to cut across here. We have to stay as close to the coast as possible and do this little bit of a peninsula here. Just came from there. The paths are a little bit complex here. You've got that way that goes straight to the coast, and then you go this way, which would be closer to the coast if it lets us through. So we're going to take a peek in here. It seems there's a path going that way, and that way is definitely not a path. So I'm going to quickly test and see if I can get through this way. Please don't be any spiders or mushrooms. Or stinging nettles for that matter. Ah! Oh, this is a bit tricky. Made it through though. Path seems to keep going ahead. Can't imagine getting through here in winter, in summer. There's lots of twigs and stuff. Lots of birds. Where on earth is this leading us? I have a feeling I might have to backtrack if it doesn't go round. Oh, it looks like it goes round. Let's go through here. Yeah. It's like a jungle. Ah, the coast. We have the coast. There we go. Back to the Medway estuary. Looks like we have to walk on this wall here. There's a bit of a dip there, but then we're safely on this green area to continue around. So we're now on the other side of that industrial area, and we were literally just by those houses. So that's what that detour took us around. And we're now in this quite lovely little meadow area. There's a bit of rubbish. Looks like people set up some bonfires here. Probably had parties, but otherwise it's quite a beautiful area. Got great views across the Medway. So we're saying goodbye to the Medway towns now, really, and heading into the countryside, the Riverside Country Park.
Hello there.
He's on the blooming prowl for food. Oi,
Oh,
Hello.
you can probably smell it. My packed lunch in my
He's a nightmare.
backpack.
Hey, come on, move. See you later.
Bye. Of course, we had to have some sort of dog interaction. Every walk, my mum gets viciously attacked. Just gonna stop for a bite to eat at this beautiful view. And just say you've got Horrid Hill, which is an island that has been connected to the mainland. And we'll be walking along that like a peninsula. Over there you can see the people walking along the peninsula to Horrid Hill. Oh, hello. Oh, ah, hello.
Come on, you go. Come on, oi. Sorry, mate.
That's okay. Hey! We're just at the car park here for the Riverside Country Park, or specifically probably Horrid Hill. That dog, my trousers are filthy. I put them in the wash yesterday and now they're completely muddy. Oh my... We're just gonna head up this path here, which is vaguely closer to the coast than the alternative path just by the road. Just through that little gap in the gate and up here through the wooded section. You see the alternative is just down there, barely any further away, and they join back up here anyway. Does this look good?
Yeah.
Okay, it's very windy. Hopefully you can hear me. But we're about to go along the causeway to Horrid Hill. Just behind me here, you can see. Seeing as we found ourselves a little quiet cove in the along Horrid Hill here, I'm able to talk. We're just walking up the western side of the peninsula. Oh, lovely sun's come out. Yeah, it's very windy, so it's a bit hard to talk. Like, I mean super windy. The western side of the peninsula is all on the beach, unless you just take the singular path that goes up the middle. But the eastern half is more so the main path that goes up the middle. So we'll go back along that way. So we're now actually just arriving at Horrid Hill and walking around the western shore before we skirt around the island to the eastern shore and head back along the peninsula. If memory serves me right, I believe they used to send people here, and that's where it got its name, because they could hear the people screaming at night time from the island. Pretty grim, really. It's so windy. We're at the very tip of the island, just behind me there. Ah! Oh, there's a dog.
Put your arms out again, look good.
The eastern half of Horrid Hill has some interesting remains of a building. And the path is also significantly more uppy-downy, lefty-righty, and kind of fun to walk along. I love how the path's like going between all these bushes and just curves with the landscape. It's always my favourite, oops, almost my favourite type of paths. I'm gonna go down here because it's closer to the coast. Maybe this way. Okay, I'm halfway down. I made it! It's an interesting bit of path here. Just goes around the marshy area. And there's a little cute pond there. So circled the entire island of Horrid Hill Island, and we're now heading back to the mainland and gonna walk along to Motney Hill. Made it back to the mainland from Horrid Hill. I am feeling very windswept after that walk. It was like whoosh the whole time. It was crazy. But yeah, I think Horrid Hill's probably the noteworthy landmark of this particular walk. And it doesn't disappoint. It was very interesting seeing everything it had to offer. I have a bit of a problem with these gates. I did it. I plopped like a poop. We're just coming up towards the end of the walk now, and it's there's a wharf called Bloors Wharf. It's we're about unsure how to pronounce it. It's Bloors, but that's just up ahead. In the field here, we've got some nays. Hello. Bloors Wharf is an old industrial site. Please take care, trip hazards and uneven surfaces. I'm glad that they've gotten rid of the industry that was here and made it into part of the coastal path. It goes to show that, like, it can be opened up if they're willing to take the time. I don't know what the history is behind this place. Maybe it was abandoned and they were more easily able to open it up to the public, but Yeah, it's just lovely that it's here and you can walk right along the shoreline. Over there we've got Motney Hill, and that's the first thing that we'll walk along on our next walk. We're getting towards the end of the walk. That's Motney Hill there. So we're mere meters away from the car park where we parked our car, which marks the end of the walk. It's been pretty fun. Loved seeing the Riverside Country Park. Next time we'll follow up there, the Motney Peninsula, Motney Hill place. You can see a man standing there. I'll probably be standing there in a week's time or so. Yeah, next time from Rainham to Upper Howstow. Came from that way. That way is where we're going next time. Behind us is the car park. And don't forget to believe in the rainbows.